2020 has been one of the most challenging years in recent times, and with it is the awareness that a silent epidemic or pandemic is slowly eating into our population, affecting men, both young and old. This is mental illness. Kenya is ranked 6th in Africa as the most depressed, and as the world marks the International Men's Day tomorrow, KTN News Health and Science reporter Saada Hassan looks at why men's mental health should concern everyone.
In a society with high expectations of men, it is hard for most of them to open up when caught between a rock and a hard place. A simple online search on the role of a man in a society will bring you torrents of results, but a few, like a provider, a protector, and a leader, stand out. From the 2019 census, 1% of Kenyans have severe mental illness. In 2017, data from the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics showed that 421 deaths by suicide were recorded. In Kilifi, for example, men were 3 times more likely to die of suicide than women. Patrick Lavins is a writer and a poet, currently at the Kenya School of Law, who has had to strike a balance in life for his own mental well-being.
I've had anxiety attacks. I've had depression. Basically, the two have been quite, they've played quite a huge role, in defining the person I am today. In
order to overcome the anxiety, Lavins had to find a way to cope, and that is where his talent came in.
I love writing, so for me, I wouldn't open up easily. So whatever I'm going through, I love, putting it down on paper. I wrote this book in 2019.
Calvin, a researcher, is also a writer, but more often than not, he is a soft-spoken man who has had his fair share of troubles.
In 2013, when I was involved in a very tragic road accident, so most of the times I was on my phone, maybe on Facebook, WhatsApp and stuff. So whenever I go to Facebook, I could see some of my schoolmates or my former classmates. Some were already in Kisumu, Nairobi, Mombasa. So I had that feeling that could be these guys are already making progress. Yes, yet personally my life is stuck somewhere.
A report from the Ministry of Health released in October showed that mental and neurological disorders are common in the country. 1 in every 20 outpatients in a health facility have a mental illness, while 2 in every 5 inpatients have a mental illness. Despite such worrying numbers, Kenya does not have a separate budget for mental health, but things might change soon. The Building Bridges Initiative BBI report has recommended the creation of a Mental Health and Happiness Commission under a new legislation on mental health, which will be mandated to address the rising cases of mental illness among Kenyans.
To institutionalize this initiative, I have issued an executive order establishing an ultra-modern national mental health hospital and also elevated Mathare National Teaching Referral Hospital as a semi-autonomous specialized hospital, and I shall be looking to this House to support in the funding of this facility.
The International Men's Day this year is focusing on better health for men and boys. It is the hope of Calvin and Patrick that as young men finding their space in the society, addressing men's mental health and well-being will be a priority. Saada Hassan, KTN News, Nairobi.
The United Nations Development Programme representative in Kenya